Welcome back to Fallout 4 Mods. My name is Ricky, and this is Zelda. And yes, I did take off her new bandana. I really liked it, but also at the same time I didn't like it, so I'm going to go back and forth probably about 30 times. Today we're going to continue looking for that weapon. We're going to do a little bit more exploring around the island. So right now we're supposed to go and tell Xander all we just learned last week. But here's the thing, I would rather wait and do that kind of last, and instead do other stuff. So we're going to do other stuff instead. Okay. So we are going to finish up Worth the Trouble. That's the thing we're going to try and finish up today, along with doing some other exploring. So first we got to go to Dean's Electronics, which is over in this area. Okay, so I did find the key, because the game just confirmed that I found the key. I guess, so what it told me to do was find the key and then go back here. What it probably should have done was find the key, and then once you found it, then say go back there is what it probably should have done. So here's this thing. Let's unlock this. Broken hunting rifle. This literally says, fused receiver, no problem. Chance to blow your target away. Also set them on fire. Why not? Okay. And then weapon case spare key. And a bunch of comfy pillows. So I guess this is the weapon? Oh, it's kind of a melee weapon. Okay. Interesting. I was sort of hoping for more, if I'm being honest. Also, is that just the end of Worth the Trouble? Is there more to this? Okay, it's making the creepy horror noises that the other place made when it decided to turn into a horror game. Okay. Why did it just say you've got to be kidding? Also, I want to point out that I got jump scared by the idiot savant noise. So that was worth the trouble, which wasn't, ironically, worth all the trouble I went through to get the stupid thing. I mean, it seems interesting, and I guess if I was a melee user, but Zelda doesn't use melee weapons. Like, if she wanted to, like, if she was a melee user, that's right, that's the medical dude. If she was a melee user, then I would be okay with that, but she's not a melee user. So what I was going to talk about today, as we explore, we're coming down over this way. So we're coming over to this island thingy right here is where we're headed. Right there. No, that may not be where I want to go. There's a lighthouse. I think I want to go to that lighthouse that may be way over down here is where I mainly want to go. We're still going to go over to this island and see what's going on over here. So today, ooh, there's a rad stack. So today I was going to tell you a little bit about Zelda's first case for Nick Valentine that she ever did 100% by herself. She did 2 cases with Nick. One of the citizens of Diamond City. Oh, come on. I don't want this crap. Okay, now that I got that dust crap gotten rid of. Corky's tree. This might be where I want to go, actually. Zelda's first real case from Fun. Zelda's first real case came from... No. That's horrifying. Just get out of the water. Get out of the water. Whew. Alright, now where was that glowing one? Alright, I got a critical. I'm going to use it on the head. There we go. Okay. That was just for kicks. So Zelda's first case with Nick Valentine had to do with someone stealing something else. Someone in Diamond City was accused of stealing something from someone else, and Diamond City Security didn't want to look into it. The second one was a case of a guy who was convinced his husband was cheating on him. Turns out he wasn't. Her first official case on her own as her own detective was a missing persons case. A 17-year-old girl, came into Nick Valentine's office one day and sat down and told Nick and Zelda her story, which was an interesting story. Shipwreck. I'm going to go see what's on this ship. Hello? People who might want to kill me. And or Mirelurks who might want to kill me. Ooh. So, this 17-year-old girl came in and asked Nick to help her find her brother who had disappeared a couple months earlier. So, the story goes like this. This girl, whose name is Clarke, I probably stayed under there a little bit too long, didn't I? She and her brother and their grandmother lived up north. Up north, out, not in the Commonwealth, like further out from the Commonwealth. Unlock requires key. Let's go find the key. Well, hang on. Let's see what key I need. Corky's key. Well, this is Corky's island or tree or hideout or what is it called? Corky's tree. Yeah, okay. So, obviously, I guess the key has to be around here somewhere. She never knew who her mother or her father was. Her brother is a year younger than she is. So, he's 16. And he disappeared right after their grandmother passed away. Like, literally the day after they buried their grandmother. And the grandmother did the best they could for Clarke and her brother.
Only opens with a key.
This also needs a key. She asked around in her little community if anyone even knew remotely where he might have gone, and no one did, because no one knew he was gonna leave. Although she was convinced he was kidnapped. Clarke was convinced that her brother was kidnapped, but her brother was 16. He could just leave on his own. He's, that's perfectly, it happens. It just happens sometimes. So, yeah. Anyway, so she eventually made her way into the Commonwealth trying to find him. And then, it was about 2 weeks, took her about 2 weeks to finally make it to Diamond City. And she said, I don't know anything about my brother's disappearance. I just know he didn't. I'm convinced he was kidnapped. And if he did run away, I still want to find him. I want to know why he ran away. I'm starting to think that there is a possibility. There's a possibility that this key is not on this island. Because I've looked all over this stupid island and I haven't found it. And things in this Let's Play do not always, or in this mod, rather, sorry, not in this Let's Play. Things in this mod do not always spawn where they're supposed to. That could be a creation kit issue. Could just be a flat out be a mod issue. Also, I've been playing so much Fortnite that I'm trying to think, I should just get rid of this tree. That's what I should do. You can't do that in Fallout 4. Zelda decided to take the case. Nick said, look, you're going to take the case. Clarke couldn't pay them much money, but could pay them enough money that he took the case. Although he would have taken the case if she could have paid them zero money. Because he's a good guy. He's Nick Valentine. Everyone knows Nick Valentine. Alright, I'm going to swim out to this thing. So, Zelda set out the next morning. Nick got Clarke set up with his sleeping bag out, in the outfield. And the next morning, Zelda set out. And she didn't get very far. Her first thought was to go try and find some Minutemen. Because she knew that there were some Minutemen who would definitely still want to help her, at least a little bit. And so she headed out. So that was her first spot. But she was out for about an hour before she realized that Clarke was following her. So she called Clarke over to her and said, look, if you're going to follow me, You need to stay with me, because otherwise you are going to die. And so she gave Clarke a revolver. Not, obviously, her revolver, because Zelda's revolver is hers. But she gave Clarke a pipe revolver and some ammunition, and said, if we find more, it's yours. And they, so the two of them set out to try and uncover what happened to her brother. Okay, so after wandering around this island for about, I don't know, a half an hour that I've completely cut out, I've said screw it, and went and found the key in the console, using console commands, and now I have Corky's key, so we can get into that stupid hatch thing, which better be worth it, but probably won't be, because I'm convinced that the key was supposed to spawn in, and didn't, or spawned in through the ground, but even when I clipped through the ground, I couldn't find it. So, that should pretty much just tell you, because, like, it's supposed to be around this tree, according to the internet, because I looked it up, too. But there's no key around here, there's no key anywhere on this stupid, stupid island. Alright. This definitely didn't seem worth it.
That's it.
Missiles, though. Got a lot of missiles. Cooking station, which I will use really fast. So how do I get out of this hatch? Oh, there's a bookcase. Okay, maybe there's more into this place after all. Ooh. Okay. Oh, good, raiders. That guy's banging on the wall. Attack dog coming in. You way over there. Keep going. Sure. Alright! Let's see how many of these I miss. Looks like I only missed the dog. Looks like I only missed the dog of the ones that I set out to shoot. But there's a raider up there who hasn't even turned around. Oh, I'm tired of fighting raiders, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sort of feel bad about the dogs. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially that one. That one looked like it was reasonably healthy. Wait, hang on. Aha!
Perfect.
That was why we came in here in the first place. Oh, and the chest piece for this combat armor that I'm not gonna wear. So, after all that, I feel like I've lost a little bit of the thread of Zelda and Clarke's story. So, but Zelda and Clarke set out to find her brother, and the first place they went was up near Salem. There was this old, well, not old, but some of her old friends in the Minutemen were up there. This is obviously before the Minutemen completely fell apart. So they headed. So they found this, well, hello, Mr. Bloatfly. I'm gonna shoot you square in the torso. Danny Lighthouse. I think that might supposed to be said Danny's Lighthouse. So you, and then I'm actually gonna save you, and then you, and then you, and then we'll come back to you. There's a reason why I saved that guy. I was hoping that the first guy would fall out of the way, so this I'd hit the next guy, and that's exactly what looks like happened. 66%, 60%, you know what? Just to be on the safe side. Oh, and I'm out of AP. Oh, and I hit them both in one shot. Because, of course. There's a scavenger that isn't hostile to me, but there is still something that is... There we go. There's a weirdly non-hostile scavenger. Let's go talk to the non-hostile scavenger. See what's going on with you.
Hey there. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, lady who sounds like Connie Abernathy. So they make it all the way up to just south of Salem. Takes them about a day to get all the way up there. This dude has a red bandana. I'm going to take his red bandana. Because I feel like the red bandana is the better way to go than the non-red bandana. All right, we're gonna head up this lighthouse. So, they make it up there, and Clarke describes her brother for some of these Minutemen. They haven't seen him or heard anything of it, but they did hear about... That sounds horrifying. I think we're about to face a Deathclaw. Okay. Hello. Critical! Right on the belly. Oh, one hit. Oh, one hit. Unyielding. Oh, I hate unyielding. It doesn't really matter, but that was pretty fun. I one-shotted a legendary Deathclaw. Get in the thing with the critical combined with the instigating and the shooting him in the belly. So they did have a bit of a clue. While no one had recognized him, specifically him, they had heard of a raider group that was recruiting kids, anywhere from 12 to 16, and getting them, and so they headed, and it was north. It was north. It was out of the Minutemen's jurisdiction, so they didn't want to go investigate it themselves. But they'd heard of it. There's a Yao Guai. We're going to go kill that Yao Guai. You know, it's weird. I feel way more brave in Fallout 4 than I do in... Haha, you didn't kill me. Than I do in Fortnite. Fortnite, I'm like, let's hide. In Fallout, I'm like, yeah, sure, I got VATS. It's no big deal. But basically, my point is, it's a big difference between having to aim manually and having VATS. What is this? Oh, man.
Let's do this.
Look what I just did. I one-shotted. Okay. Fine. I'm one-shotting you guys. This isn't even a challenge. Are you guys shooting at each other too? Or just me? Is it just me? They're almost all in drifter outfits, by the way. Just FYI. Okay, now I'm at a critical, so I gotta get closer to kill these dudes. Come on. I just need one of you guys to 4-leaf flow. There we go. And I refilled my AP with Grim Reaper Sprint. Western housing. Okay. Dr. Dew's terminal. Well. Plant testing. Dr. Avery has given me a new job. I'm sure it has to do with her discovery within the Central Mountain. She wants me to find a way to genetically modify a plant to not only withstand radiation, but also not need water. That's weird. I exaggerated. She said a very small amount of water. I told her that's ludicrous. Success. Maybe not so ludicrous. I did it. It wasn't as difficult as I imagined. To keep it short, I introduced lead into the experiment plant's water supply while the control plant did not. This took many generations, but they seem to be absorbing the lead, which in turn shields them from radiation. Right now, I have a very, very tiny amount of lead mixed in with the water. I don't want them dying from lead poisoning. One thing I've noticed, with each generation, their life is prolonged. However, their growth is slowed tremendously. Before long, it would take a human lifetime to grow a plant fully. After that, hundreds of years. Not sure this will be helpful to Avery. Maybe, maybe not. So Dr. Dew appears to have been planting stuff. Also, this dresser is owned for some reason. Is Dr. Dew still around? Some plants, a microscope, which I can take, which isn't owned. Or was that just a bit of an oversight? Oh! Some plants. Those look like plants from the Institute. And there's an underground shelter. Let's go check it out. Okay, hello, Mr. Handy. I'm gonna have to shoot. I'm dreadfully sorry, Mr. Handy, but you attacked me, and I don't know why. Yeah, Nuka-Colas and purified water. Everything a girl needs. Also a 10mm pistol. Next time, I will finish telling you about Zelda and Clarke's adventure, trying to find Clarke's brother. I knew it was going to take more than one episode. Also, we'll continue exploring in here. Possibly we'll leave, but we're definitely going to go explore in the northern sections. This has been Fallout 4 Mods. Thank you for watching. Come back soon for more Fallout 4.